Everybody is ablaze right now. Everybody's wondering, what is really going on with Angel Reese? Has she just flat out quit again? Has she quit on the Chicago Sky?
To be fixed, and I don't give a damn if I get fined because that shit cheap, and I am tired of the shit. Because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of the shit.
Game, her team won the championship game without her, and she feel like she was supposed to get a ring or whatever. I don't know.
Everybody's talking right now. The whole sports world is lit up, and nobody can stop asking the same question. What in the world is really happening with Angel Reese? Because this isn't just another player drama. This feels like the kind of meltdown that could change her entire career. Fans are buzzing, analysts are tearing her apart, and even her own team looks like they've already moved on without her. The Chicago Sky are out there grinding, playing with more energy, more movement, and more success, while Angel Reese is nowhere to be found, refusing to travel, refusing to suit up, and sending the message that when the pressure is highest, she'd rather disappear. And what makes this even more insane is the fact that this isn't a one-off situation. This is becoming her signature move: quit on the team, claim an injury, vanish when the season gets rough, and leave the franchise scrambling to explain how their so-called star has turned into the biggest question mark in the league. And now, with lawsuits looming, teammates frustrated, and fans furious, Angel Reese has gone from face of the franchise to face of the controversy, and people are asking if this is the moment she officially gave up for good.
Angel Reese has thrown in the towel. She refuses to travel with the team. Once again, the team has a road game. We already saw she refused to travel with the team to Indiana versus the Fever.
And here's where it really blows up. Because if there was ever a moment Angel Reese needed to show leadership, it was when Chicago faced their biggest rival, the Indiana Fever. The matchup that sells out arenas, the battle that everyone tunes in for, the one that's all about Caitlin Clark versus Chicago. But when the Sky hit the road for that showdown, Angel didn't just sit out. She flat out refused to travel, not even a courtside appearance, not even a show of support in sweats clapping for her teammates, nothing. She vanished. And this isn't just any game. This is the matchup the WNBA promotes the hardest, the one that brings in the highest ratings, the one fans circle on their calendars, and yet the supposed star of Chicago didn't think it was worth her time to even be in the building. Meanwhile, Indiana is absolutely owning the Sky. 7 wins to 1 over the last 2 seasons. It's not even a rivalry anymore. It's a beatdown, and the craziest part is fans saw her smiling for cameras during All-Star Weekend, moving around with no issues, clearly able to show up when the spotlight was about her. But the second it was about the team, about standing with Chicago against Caitlin Clark and the Fever, she disappeared again. And that tells you everything about where her priorities really are. Now, let's talk about this so-called back injury, because if you've been following the story, you know it doesn't add up. She's been listed as day-to-day for weeks. And anyone who knows sports understands day-to-day usually means a couple of games, a quick reevaluation, maybe a short recovery timeline. But with Angel Reese, there's been nothing, no medical update, no progress report, no practice footage, no timetable for return, just total silence. And fans aren't stupid. They're starting to see it for what it looks like: the perfect excuse to vanish without taking responsibility. Because back injuries are tricky. You can't measure them. You can't look at an MRI and prove someone is ready. All you need is a player saying, "It hurts." And suddenly the conversation ends. And while she hides behind that convenient excuse, the Sky are left scrambling, their season slipping away, lawsuits piling up, and the person who was supposed to lead them is acting like she's in some injury witness protection program. Meanwhile, people remember this isn't even new. Last season, she magically had a wrist injury right when Caitlin Clark surged ahead in the Rookie of the Year race. Season over, no return, no explanation, and here we are again, different year, different body part, same story, and fans are getting louder saying, "This isn't bad luck, it's a pattern." The minute the team struggles, Angel Reese disappears. And here's where the story really starts to sting, because this isn't just a one-time issue, this is a repeated cycle you could practically set your watch to. Last year, it was the wrist. The year before that, it was Unrivaled, where she flat out quit before the championship game. didn't even show up in street clothes to support her own squad while they went on to win without her. And now this year, it's the back injury, every single season ending the exact same way, with Angel Reese bailing before the finish line. And that's not bad luck. That's a full-blown reputation forming. Fans are connecting the dots, commentators are saying it out loud, and even teammates have to be wondering if she's ever truly locked in. Because the pattern is obvious. The minute the team starts losing, the minute the spotlight shifts to someone else, suddenly the injury pops up, and she's gone. 3 straight years of unfinished business, 3 straight years of disappearing acts, and while franchises are supposed to build around consistency, Angel Reese has become the poster child for inconsistency, leaving the Sky stuck with lawsuits, fans angry, and a star player who looks allergic to pressure and defeat. And the contrast couldn't be more brutal, because while Angel Reese is hiding behind silence, Caitlin Clark is out here showing the exact definition of leadership. Clark's been dealing with a legit groin injury, an injury everybody saw happen on the court in real time, and yet she's still suiting up on the bench, still traveling with the team, still standing during timeouts, helping break down plays, cheering for her teammates, living every possession with them. And that's the difference fans notice, because when Clark goes down, she stays connected. When Reese goes down, she vanishes. Clark shows loyalty, Reese shows absence, and in a league that's fighting for every ounce of credibility and viewership, optics matter more than anything. Fans aren't getting medical reports or rehab videos from Reese. They're getting Instagram smiles when the spotlight's on her, and empty seats when the team actually needs her. And every time she ducks another big game, the narrative writes itself louder. Caitlin Clark is the leader, the WNBA markets as the future, while Angel Reese is digging herself into the role of the disappearing act no one can rely on. And now the backlash is hitting full speed because fans are done making excuses, social media is roasting her every time she skips a game, memes are flying, threads are calling her out, and the media is starting to openly question her future in the league. What was once excitement around the face of the franchise has turned into a running joke. And the Chicago Sky are caught in the middle of a storm they can't control. Their record is tanking, lawsuits are circling, and instead of seeing their star player grind through adversity, they're watching her mentally check out months before the season ends. And that's a PR disaster no team can spin, because you can't sell tickets on a player who disappears. You can't convince fans to stick around when their so-called leader refuses to lead. And with every missed game, every absence from the bench, every viral post pointing out how much better the Sky look without her, the message gets louder and clearer. Angel Reese isn't building a career right now. She's burning one down in real time. And when the noise gets this loud, you know what comes next. Whispers about trades, speculation about whether Chicago is even willing to keep investing in a player who refuses to invest back. Because behind the scenes, it's no secret teams talk. GMs watch patterns. And no franchise wants to pour money and minutes into someone who bails the second the standings look ugly. And fans are already saying it out loud. Maybe Angel Reese is secretly asking for a trade. Maybe she's trying to angle her way out by faking a back issue. Or maybe the Sky themselves are shopping her quietly. Because at the end of the day, how long can you keep pretending your star is committed when she's nowhere to be found? The irony is brutal. She was supposed to be the player Chicago built their identity around, the one fans could rally behind. But right now, the only identity she's given them is drama, lawsuits, and headlines for all the wrong reasons. And if she thinks another franchise is going to hand her the keys after 3 straight seasons of disappearing acts, she might be in for the harshest reality check of her career. And now it feels like the story has come full circle. Because this is the 3rd straight year Angel Reese has tapped out before the finish line. First it was the wrist, then it was quitting on Unrivaled, and now it's the back injury that nobody can confirm. The script never changes, the timing is always the same. The moment the team struggles, the moment the spotlight shifts, she disappears, and fans have had enough. They're calling her a quitter. Analysts are labeling her unreliable, and the Chicago Sky are starting to realize the harsh truth that their so-called franchise face is holding them back more than lifting them up. The wildest part is that the numbers don't lie. The Sky actually play looser, faster, and sharper without her clogging the offense. The ball moves better, the energy on the bench is higher, the spacing looks cleaner, and even though their record is ugly, the reality is they look more like a team without her than with her. And that's career-ending territory, because once the narrative becomes that your team improves the second you step off the court, there's no coming back. And right now, Angel Reese isn't being remembered as the leader Chicago invested in. She's being remembered as the player who quit 3 seasons in a row. So here's the bottom line. Angel Reese went from being hyped as the next face of the WNBA to being seen as the player who disappears when it matters most. 3 straight seasons of walking away, 3 straight seasons of excuses, and now a Chicago Sky team that looks sharper, faster, and more united without her even in the building. The lawsuits, the empty seats, the angry fans, it all adds up to one undeniable truth. This isn't just a slump, it's a full collapse of trust. And when your reputation becomes quitting, no franchise, no fan base, and no league can build around you. While Caitlin Clark is showing everyone what real leadership looks like from the bench, Angel Reese is showing the exact opposite, and the Chicago Sky are left with one brutal question: is this the end of the experiment? Because from the outside, it already looks finished. The star they once trusted to carry the future is now the headline for everything that's gone wrong. And unless something changes fast, Angel Reese won't just be remembered as the player who quit on her team, she'll be remembered as the one who quit on her career.